Okay, welcome to the Canary in the Cage. And our canary is dead.
It's dead.
You can even reference it up there. That canary is on its back, and it literally has little X's over its eyes. I'm Ron Morgan, and this is my co-host
Dave Havlicek.
We are here to, well, I don't think we're going to be doing much entertainment today, because I
think it'll be entertaining.
Pissed.
I think it'll be entertaining.
No, I'm fucking mad as hell.
That's what people want to see.
Oh, we'll see.
Well, what are we going to do? There's two big items today. Which one do you want to do? Which one do you want to do first?
You know what? Probably just for the sanity of this, let's get the Trump thing out of the way.
Okay, yeah, so guilty on all counts. Orange man going to jail. Holy shit, dude.
Facing 20 years in prison.
Is it 20?
Well, so what it is, it's 4 years per count.
Holy shit.
With a maximum of 20.
Wow.
So New York limits it at 20.
I'm still trying to figure out what the actual underlying felony is. Like, how do you
I've been talking about that all along.
Well, I know, but like, you didn't even get the first part, but...
There's nothing.
Right. The judge's instructions were like, now, you can think the felony is this, and you can think the felony is that, and that's still guilty, so go ahead and do your deliberations.
So, I agree. When I heard that, I'm like, oh, are you fucking kidding me?
Right, how does that make any sense?
But there was a Fox News commentator, and the only reason I listen to Fox News is my 20-minute drive to work every morning, because I'm not wealthy enough to put a fucking right kind of radio in my car. So I have to listen to terrestrial radio.
Yeah.
I sort of got that word out okay. Wow, I'm kind of impressed with myself. So I listened to Brian Kilmeade show, which I mentioned before, and again, he's another one I would love to debate, because he is a Fox News show. And he had this lawyer from New York, who's another Fox News commentator, never quite caught his name, because I don't listen more than I have to. He says in New York, that's the way the law is done there. I have not cited that source yet.
That doesn't make any sense.
I'm very clear when I say something I'm not sure of.
So like, there's a thing that this reminds me of. And let's say a cop just walks up to you at random, you're just standing there minding your own business, and he says, you're under arrest.
Right.
And then you pull back and you say, what are you talking about? No, I'm not. And he says, well, now you're under arrest for resisting arrest. Right? Yeah. Now, resisting arrest is a real charge.
True.
But you need a first crime
No, you don't.
for him to arrest you.
No.
Yes, you do.
No.
Yes, you do.
No.
A judge will throw that shit out.
I'm not saying it's right, but when they're doing their investigation, and this is, it's wrong, dude, and it's...
No. If the cop brings you in with only a charge of resisting arrest, charge is dropped.
Okay.
100%.
I hope so, because that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
It is the dumbest, right? They do it sometimes.
But yet the cop keeps his job.
Well, yeah, because they're qualified immunity.
No, but qualified immunity is taken away when you don't follow the law.
No, it's taken away when there's a well-established case law that you should have known about, which is kind of a circular logic there, because if they've never had it succeed, then you never will succeed.
I haven't looked a lot into that. I always laugh and kind of get pissed off as well when I hear someone's been arrested for resisting arrest and there are no other charges.
Yeah, those always get dropped.
Okay. Well, thank God
like
for
you
that.
might get a small settlement out of the city, depending on how far the arrest.
It should be less than a small settlement.
If they let you go within reasonable time, you won't. It'll be less than the lawyer fees. But if they book you and make you stay in the cell and all that kind of shit,
fingerprint you,
if they beat your ass,
right,
you get more money, obviously.
It's like, I think I talked about this a few weeks ago. The cop that had padding on his gloves.
Yeah.
And the lawyer's like, well, you had altered gloves. Yeah. See, I'm not a big fan of lawyers, but in shit like that, I kind of dig that. Because we are powerless against the police a lot of times.
But yeah, these
that
charges...
is not what I want to talk about today.
Well, since we brought up qualified immunity, we can leave with that.
Well, okay.
Do you know that the vice president that the Libertarians voted for was a cop?
Oh, that's the ex-cop. Okay, because...
Yeah.
Okay.
So he was he was running for president. Now, it's weird because the way the LP does it, you vote for the president and then you also vote for the vice president.
Right.
And you're not supposed to have people running for both.
Right.
And this guy was in the running for president. And he got third, basically. And what he was kind of doing backroom deals with both of the leaders, which one was our guy Rechtenwald, and the other was the anti-Mises Caucus Chase Oliver, who did win. And he was like making trying to make deals, like, I'll get my people to go on your side, and blah, blah, blah. And he eventually got his people to go for Chase. And that's how he pulled out the win at the end. So he was a cop, and he has an active lawsuit going on right now because he busted into somebody's apartment, a random innocent person, someone else in the same apartment complex. I think it was a domestic thing.
Okay.
And he just busted into this guy's apartment, just for the hell of it. Put the guy in cuffs for like 40 minutes. And then it turned out like this guy's, innocent. He didn't do anything. So now he's under... He tried to claim qualified immunity, right, to avoid the lawsuit. And they denied it to him. So the current Libertarian vice presidential candidate is a former cop that has an active lawsuit against him for violating civil rights, in which he was denied qualified immunity.
Where was he a cop at?
Florida.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Yeah, but so I mean, the whole thing was a bigger shit show than that. But and the fucked up part, I'm not going to even go further with him.
So you were in D.C.
Yes, I was there. I was in
D.C. You
DC.
were a delegate.
I was a delegate. Don't blame Nevada. We did our jobs. We voted Mises.
Do you feel like you were raped?
Yeah, not really.
I'm telling you, they came in with a plan.
No,
I know
didn't.
you don't agree
There's
with
no
me.
plan.
They came in with their plan to delay the
plan.
election for the president.
There's no plan. Look, so
and they pulled it off.
No. What happened Friday? So the Mises people were saying that a few states, I believe it was Michigan, Oklahoma, and Washington, they didn't seat their delegates properly. So every state has its own bylaws.
Right.
And they have to seat delegates according to their state bylaws.
Okay.
Now, Oklahoma and Washington were a little less clear. Michigan basically dropped the whole fucking ball. They didn't elect any of their delegates properly. And the Mises people who were in charge of the LNC said, well, we're not going to seat you. Okay? And now we had a conference call before the convention where they went over the evidence and said, this is why we think they broke their bylaws. This is why they're not seated properly. This is why we're going to challenge. And the problem was that information was not available in an easily digestible format somewhere on the screen on Friday. So Friday morning, they say, we're not seating Michigan. And that was the end of it. And like the people who weren't on that conference call were like, what the fuck are you talking about? How can you not seat Michigan? And like at that point, it's just too late, right? You can't explain it to these people. The evidence, it was a very complex situation, right? Because the bylaws are legalese bullshit. And that took all fucking day long Friday, and it was our fault. So we initiated this shit.
So it's your fault because Michigan messed up.
No, it was our fault for not properly documenting that evidence and making it clear cut to where everyone could say, you're not seated. Right? Because imagine you're a delegate, you're not super informed, you're not paying much attention, and you show up at the convention and they say, we're not seating Michigan. Right?
Okay.
In your mind, well, wait a minute, what the fuck? They're disenfranchising a state. Why would they do that? And there's no
they
evidence.
had a plan.
Huh?
They had a plan. But go ahead.
No, there's no plan. We did this. We initiated this.
So the Mises Caucus challenged Michigan.
Yes.
Why would you do that?
Because they broke their bylaws when electing those delegates.
So you guys went after Michigan.
Yes.
Why? Because they didn't cross the T or dot the I.
No, they were pretty blatantly in violation. Like Michigan was very badly in violation.
How many delegates did Michigan have?
20-something, 25, 27.
How many did Nevada have?
13.
Smaller state.
Again, Nevada was all Mises except for one guy, and we knew that going in. Michigan was mostly anti-Mises. So
you guys did that as a counter move.
No. That was the first thing we did. That was the first order of the day.
That still sounds like bullshit politics.
That's what people
you guys
said.
are wrong for doing that. I'm sorry.
So I don't think we weren't wrong for doing it in theory. The problem is we didn't execute it properly. We didn't have the evidence in an easily digestible format.
So was Michigan delegates, did they vote or not vote?
Well, they did vote eventually.
Okay.
Because what happened was there's a lot of neutral people, right? There's Mises people, there's anti-Mises people, and then there's the neutrals.
Okay.
And the neutrals, in the mind of a neutral person, why are these Mises jerks trying to ban a state?
Exactly.
Right?
I agree with that. Whoever that guy is, I agree with him.
And that's why Michigan got seated, and it soured a lot of the neutral people toward the Mises people.
Well,
right?
do you blame him?
No, I don't blame him.
Okay.
That's a huge, we fucked that up. That was our ball to drop, and we dropped it. And it not only that, but it took all fucking day long on Friday. So we couldn't do anything we were meant to do Friday. Right? So now when you say, oh yeah, they delayed the vote Sunday afternoon, well yeah, but we gave them that chance.
No, so the vote, from what I understand, again, I was not there, and I actually didn't care much about it because I normally support the Libertarian candidate. Up until, 4 years ago, today, nope, done.
Okay,
out.
but here's the thing. The convention overall was a massive fucking win for Mises regardless. Because we still retained control of the party itself.
Ooh.
Which, no. If you had asked me before the convention, what's more important, the party control or the president, I would have said the party.
What do we get? What do we get out of that? Do we get lollipops from them or what?
Well, yeah, we can have lollipops.
Okay, but what else do we get from them?
When we control, so the whole invitation to Trump, Biden, and RFK, that was Mises.
I love that.
The anti-Mises would never have done anything like that. They would have kept us an irrelevant joke forever. Okay, so we got, due to Angela McArdle and her team, we got these concessions. We got Trump to say free Ross Ulbricht.
We'll get to Trump in a second. I love Trump.
I'm gonna put a libertarian on my cabinet.
Actually, he said libertarians.
Yeah, well,
I know.
No, he didn't.
I'm just saying there was an S.
Obviously, he's lying, right?
He's 100%
lying.
First of all, he's got a lot of cabinet positions to fill.
I understand, but listen, let me finish.
Okay,
he's 100% lying, but we are now people that are at the table to be lied to, right?
No, we're not.
4 years ago, nobody would even take the time to lie to us. Now we have the front runner, he's not the front runner anymore because of the guilty verdict. Did you know that? He's dropped down in the prediction markets.
Really?
Yeah.
How about in Vegas polls? Can we bet?
Yeah.
So I can bet on Trump. He's down right now?
Yes.
He's the underdog.
Yes. But anyway,
I gotta go.
But he came and he lied to it. Like, whatever, if you think he lied or not.
I don't think he lied.
We're not important enough to be lied to by the front runners.
Well,
and that's
no,
just
that's a win. We were before the vote, and now we're not.
No, we weren't.
No, we're not.
Okay,
we're no longer important until I be lied to.
No,
we're
so listen.
We're no longer a political party.
Listen. Who do you think? Okay, let's say we elected the Mises Caucus person, Michael Rechtenwald, and Mises is more considered right-leaning, even though I don't really get that. But who would he steal votes from in the general?
So it's okay. So in my mind, it's not about that because.
What do you mean? Trump's going to win.
Right. Trump's going to win
because of Chase Oliver.
No.
Yes.
No.
Not a single person will ever say, "Well, I was going to vote for Trump, but now I'll vote for Chase Oliver."
First of all, I got to address Chase Oliver. He's less than a whole number. Okay? He's not getting 1%.
No.
I'm going to tell this, Chase, right now.
No.
I know you're not going to see this, but maybe somehow
there's no chance.
Through social media and the internet and all these connected wires that go everywhere, we got the dark web over here. However, fucker, come to Vegas. I'll put $500 on the table. You sit in this fucking chair for a half an hour. I'm not a wealthy man. That $500 is going to kind of hurt, but I don't give a shit. Come sit in this chair, you little basic bitch. All right, I'm calling you out. Okay, you are not a libertarian. I don't know how you got to this place. You guys scammed your way. You scammed your way into this. You had a plan when you went to DC,
dude,
and it worked.
You are giving them way too much credit. Way too much credit. Look, I was there.
First of all, no bullshit.
Sorry, you're wrong. You're just wrong.
Cut to this. So we don't know what happened in DC. All we know. No. All we know is the takeaway is we put the most leftist Democrat in for our presidential candidate.
Yeah,
that's it.
Okay,
so
but
they won.
Correct, they won that battle. But again, we were talking about this before we started rolling. Look at some children playing t-ball. Some 4-year-old, 5-year-old children playing t-ball. Right? The kids are doing random shit. They're hitting the ball. They're throwing to the wrong base. They're just fucking around. And one of those teams wins. Right now, if you're a conspiracy theorist, You would say, well, the team that won had a plan, and they knew going in that the kid would drop the ball on shortstop. No, dude, it's just look. I've been a competitive gamer.
Keep talking. I gotta do something.
Oh boy,
no, that light's pissing me off.
Okay, well, I've been a competitive gamer for many years. I played poker professionally. I know how this shit works.
Blah 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 blah.
I know how to identify people that know what they're doing in competitive environments, and neither side in this battle knew what the fuck they were doing. They just didn't. Nobody had a plan going in. Everybody was scrambling at the last minute on every little fucking thing. And it was just a giant shit show. Okay, so now I don't want to get into details here.
That's fine.
Because this is public, and I don't want these jerk-offs to listen and say, ooh, Dave's going to do this, this, or this. Let's counter him.
Let's not even
so
talk
I'm not gonna get that.
Let's talk about what the fuck happened.
Well, I told you.
The presidential vote was supposed to happen on Saturday before Trump went on stage.
That's what I was... I don't remember exactly, but you're probably right.
But it was delayed for 30 fucking hours.
And again, a lot of that was our fault.
They had the rumor is there was a Discord chat going on.
It doesn't matter. Everyone has Discord chats.
No, hold on. No, there's a reason I said that. That was telling people what question. Was there a lot of stupid, ridiculous questions being asked?
There always is.
It's the Libertarian Party. I'm sure there is.
That's what they do. Like so. Do you remember in maybe high school or whatever when they had like the Model UN Club?
Yeah.
And did you ever know any kids that went to that? Like you didn't go to that. I didn't go to that, right? But. So, I know the Simpsons did it once, where like they did the Model UN Club,
and they had the bus crash. And they ended up doing that whole like treehouse living shit.
But they showed the UN Club thing, and Lisa was like, "Point of order," and saying random shit, and like Bart was just like, "Point of odor, Lisa stinks," right? But that's what they do, right? They just say point of order, point of personal privilege, point of inquiry, like they stand there at the mic, and they have all these whatever the fuck you want to call them, it's essentially delaying, okay? And we know they're going to do this. They do it every time. We know who the people are that do it. And it's, like, that's all baked in to the schedule, okay? So, like...
Well, apparently not.
No, it is. Because it's not them that caused the delay. It's the fucking challenge to Michigan. That took all day on Friday. Everything got bumped back because of that.
And that's... Okay, so that is your guys' fault. You should have challenged it.
Well,
because we should vote as libertarians. We should vote how we feel or how our constituents feel. If someone made a mistake, let them fucking vote. Why die on that hill? Because we fucking died on that hill.
Egregious.
We died on that hill.
I understand. The problem wasn't that we challenged. The problem was we didn't bring the receipts.
So maybe. They did that on purpose.
Who's they? We did it.
No. They knew you guys would do it. Now, again,
that's another thing. They did know we would do it because they were fucking tweeting about it a week early.
You guys still fucking did it?
Dude, this is why I'm telling you we're playing T-ball.
Okay.
We're playing T-ball. So they're playing T-ball. Random things happen.
So if I got hey Dave, I got a plan. I'm gonna go to a convention. And on the first day, I'm gonna set up a little trick bag, a little trick ball for these guys to fall into.
Yeah.
So we're not gonna see the delegates from Michigan properly. And these guys, they're gonna lose their fucking mind over it because they're fucking nuts. And they're gonna lose. They're gonna they're gonna gab about it. We're gonna burn up hours of this convention, and then. The next day.
Well, the plan was to get it done quickly.
Hold on.
But the plan was to get it done quickly.
I'm not done yet. This is the plan, man. I got a plan.
I get it, but the plan was to get it done quickly.
But you didn't.
No, we didn't.
And who delayed it?
We did.
You guys delayed it.
Well, everybody delayed it. I mean, it was a big thing.
So we're gonna fuck Friday up.
Yeah.
Friday's done.
Yes.
On Saturday, before Trump goes on, we need to nominate. They want to nominate the president. No, what we're going to do?
Well, we had to have the debate.
Hold on, we're going to have a Discord chat going on, and we're going to give everybody questions to go up and ask, and they're going to delay this by asking the dumbest fucking questions.
No, that was Sunday. Saturday was the debates. Saturday went pretty smoothly.
They were supposed to vote before Trump went up, though.
Right, but we had to delay that because
delayed. Okay,
because we had to have the debates first.
Okay,
you can't vote without the debate.
Okay, so fine. So what we're going to do is once the debates are over, we're going to filibuster. We're going to attach a little jug to our ankle. We're going to run a hose up to our penis, and we're just going to pee in bottles. We're not leaving. We're going to filibuster until these people cannot vote anymore because when everyone booked airline flights, all the ones that are against us, they're going to leave right after the convention. But no, what we're going to do is we're going to vote. We're going to leave on Monday. So our plan is to get them all to leave, and then we're going to vote.
There was no plan. There was no plan. They just took advantage of what happened.
That is a fucking plan.
No, it's not. It's not a plan.
Okay, so here's the Monero.
They're playing T-ball. We're playing T-ball.
Here's the Monero.
And somebody made an arrow.
Was that a plan or not? I say I laid out a perfect fucking plan.
Well, how can you make a giveaway for that? Anyone can just say yes or no. That's a bullshit giveaway.
Give you reasons why. Convince Dave.
You're not going to convince me. I was fucking there.
That was a plan.
I watched it with my own 2 eyes.
You watched their plan in action.
No, there was no plan.
Oh,
I'm telling you, dude. There was no plan on either side.
Except their side.
No. Dude,
we got elected the most
you're
liberal
looking
fucking
at
person.
Kids playing T-ball, and one of those teams has to win. But you can't say after the game that there was a plan.
One did it with style, and one did it like stumbling.
No, they didn't. They fucking stumbled. They were doing stupid shit all the time.
Elected the most liberal person ever.
That's not an argument. This team won the T-ball game. They won. They won. They won the T-ball game. They won the game. They must have had a plan.
They walked in knowing.
No, they didn't.
Yeah.
No, they did not.
Okay.
They're stupid.
That's not a debate. You cannot use that.
But they are stupid.
Hey,
talk to them on Twitter.
You play poker.
Take the Twitter account.
That's your fucking tell. Retarded and stupid. That means I have nothing else to say.
No, it doesn't. It means go on Twitter, on our account, and talk to these people. They are fucking stupid. They have no brain power whatsoever.
But yet they pulled off.
Again, 2 kids are playing T-ball. One of those teams is going to win. It's not pulling off a plan. It's the way T-ball fucking works. Man. Somebody has to win.
Since 2020, this world is like upside down. I mean, this was like, 10 or 15 years ago, the most famous golfer was black and the most famous rapper was white. I mean, no, that's true. There was. Oh, and we could throw in the most famous woman was a man. Bruce Jenner. So you got Bruce Jenner, Eminem, and
Tiger Woods.
Tiger Woods. That's a wacky, twisty, turny world. We're back in that shit. The Libertarians elected a fucking basic bitch to our Libertarian presidential candidate, and you fucked everyone who runs in state parties because we have nothing to give out to our constituents to get votes from them. Because before it was, hey, I'm a libertarian. We're anti-government. We're limited government. We're like a kind of the Ron Paul kind of movement here. We want fiscal responsibility. We want less government. We want to live our lives happy. And you go fucking elect a little bitch that is a vaccine mandated. When I had my Thanksgiving dinner, all my friends social distanced.
So
I wore a mask.
Hold on. We have to clarify because he's not in favor of mandates.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
Because he's gay. He dates men.
Just shut up and let me talk. He's not in favor of mandates. He's in favor of all the things the government is mandating, but he doesn't want them to be mandated.
All right.
And also, you're an asshole if you don't do that.
Sue me for saying you like mandates. All right? Come at me. All right? This is ridiculous. And I you didn't like this when I said this, but he's pro-vaccine card.
What? No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
But he's not.
So, what his stance is on vaccines, which, I'm sorry, we're on a Libertarian podcast, right?
Yeah.
Why are we talking about vaccine cards and this shit?
Well, you brought it up.
No, well, my point is I shouldn't have to. This is like one of those no-brainers. We're going to have a podcast tonight, and we're definitely not going to talk about vaccines and mandates. And although he is gay, which makes that really kind of funny, but I'm not funny today. I'm pissed. So he is in favor of businesses choosing whether they make their employees vaccinated or not, and whether they make their customers vaccinated or not.
Yeah.
How would you prove that?
That's up to
Buy
them.
a vaccine card.
Well,
so he's pro-vaccine card.
I get the logic, but I mean,
no, it's not. I get the logic. It's. He said, I want the businesses to be able to decide if they want vaccinated employees or vaccinated customers. So the only way to prove that is the vaccine card.
No, you could just say it. You could just say, yeah, I'm vaccinated.
No,
why not?
Because you're lying.
So
you got to prove it.
No, you don't. That's up to the business. I mean, if that's up to if they want to.
So he supports the business's right to ask for your vaccine card.
Well, they should have the right. I agree with that.
Okay.
A business can ask whatever stupid shit they want, and then you can say, "Fuck you, I'm not going there."
True. And normally, the civil rights movement. That's exactly how I feel on that. But this one's a little bit different.
It's not.
It is.
No, it isn't.
He is forcing.
It's not forced.
Employees of small businesses.
But it's not forced.
No. If he is supporting he's supporting businesses to make sure their employees are vaccinated or not.
They can do that if they want to. I don't care.
But now you're looking at somebody. I have a job. I kind of like my job, but now I've got to get vaccinated because my boss tells me I have to.
Yeah, but you don't have a right to have a job.
It's a necessity like food.
Okay, but you get a different job. All right, so let me ask you this.
Communities get jobs.
Let me ask you this: if you're married to someone and your wife says, "If you don't get that vaccine, I'm going to divorce you," is she allowed to do that?
Sure.
Well, what's the difference?
Because it's about the employees having no choice. You
do have a choice. You quit.
There are rural communities here. We live in bigger cities. There are rural communities. You don't have a choice where you work at. They don't have
right, but they still need employees. So if the employees all say "fuck you," then what are they going to do?
Oh, here we go, revolution again.
Well, it's not a revolution. You just say "fuck you."
Fight. But that's not.
All right, let me ask you this.
Okay, so how many weeks can you go without a paycheck while you fight that fight?
Well, I've gone several weeks without a paycheck when I've gotten fired. So, like,
you've been fired?
Twice.
No,
twice.
With your charming personality? No, I can't believe that, Dave.
Well, let me ask you this: let's say you work for a company, and it's a small business, and everyone knows the boss. You all see each other every day, and you go to your boss and you say, I would prefer to only work for you if you're vaccinated. So, can you prove to me that you're vaccinated? And the boss says, "Fuck you, I'm not going to do that." Can you quit? Are you allowed to quit?
Yes.
What's the difference?
That's the exact opposite of
No, it's the same thing.
If I turn
Either party can quit at any time.
No, people need paychecks. With paychecks, you can buy goods and services.
You don't have a right to a paycheck.
And food.
You have a right to seek a paycheck. You don't have a right to get a paycheck.
I understand.
Right, well, that's libertarianism.
But
now, the problem I have with Chase is not that he believes that philosophical statement. It's that he makes it the fucking centerpiece of his goddamn platform.
No, actually, he doesn't. That's the second centerpiece.
Well,
his
you know what I'm
first one
talking
is he's gay. He's gay for a libertarian. I got no problem with anybody being gay. But if you're a libertarian presidential candidate, you're a libertarian presidential candidate that is gay. You're not a gay presidential libertarian candidate. Gay should not be first. You basic bitch. Come and sit in my fucking chair. Not my chair, Dave's chair.
It was the funny thing is,
$500.
like, a lot of his philosophical positions, I'm like, yeah, that's correct. But why is that at the top of your platform? That's not what the president is doing. That's not what your job is as the fucking president. You need to be talking about... Now, he's really good on war. I'll say that.
No, he's not.
He's super anti-war. What are you talking about?
He's for funding of Ukraine.
No, he's not.
He says he says Russia was unprovoked in the China
He's not for funding Ukraine.
He said the Russia was unprovoked.
Website.
Oh, wait, on his website.
Yeah.
So it's on the internet.
Yes.
So it must be true.
It's his website.
He said in the past, he's run campaigns prior to this.
Not about Ukraine.
He has said he is for...
All right, Monero Challenge. Here's the Monero Challenge. If you guys can show me a video of Chase Oliver saying he supports funding for Ukraine, you get 0.01 Monero. Now, it's a fake one because I know this video doesn't exist.
Okay, again, you could have interviews without video being present, and someone's going to AI your ass to get that box.
Dude,
and I hope they do.
Look,
they're going to AI you and Trump for saying the N-word.
This is not even debatable. I know they're going to do that. This is not
about that in a second.
This is not debatable. He's against funding of any foreign nation for any war. He's really good on war, honestly. But that's what the president needs to focus on. He needs to focus on foreign policy. He needs to focus on his own cabinet positions, eliminating federal agencies. That's what a libertarian president should be doing.
Right.
And that's not what Chase does. And he didn't say the phrase Federal Reserve one single time.
Okay, so on Wikipedia, which is definitely the most reputable site on the internet, it does say that he is against funding for Israel and Ukraine. But he has labeled Israel and Hamas war genocide, and he also supports the closure of overseas military bases. Now, if that statement is true, I dig that one.
Yeah.
But from what I was reading, and again, it's really kind of hard to kind of bounce back and forth with what's true and what's not on the internet, because whatever.
I mean, he
but
could be lying,
He
right?
does say the Russia was unprovoked in the attack. And that is not true.
Would believe that he said that. I didn't personally witness it.
And, well, that's what I saw, and that is not true, and he should not be spreading false information.
Right.
And all honesty, fuck him. Shut up. You're libertarian. We don't care. So we pull out Ukraine. We pull out of everywhere. We close our military bases overseas. We come home. We live happily ever after because we are not here to fund all this shit. So we'll get more into his. I'm sure this is not the last time we're talking about him, and hopefully we will be talking to him in that chair right fucking there.
That's not going to happen.
I know. It's only 5. Hey, donate. Let's get that amount up to a bunch of money that he has to come. Because I guarantee his funding is going to be way down.
So I've actually heard, I don't know if this is true, but the rumor has it that both he and the vice president guy are broke. Like just dead broke.
Really?
That's
so
what I heard.
I do have a question. So were you there for his speech?
Yeah. No, not the victory speech. I had already gone home.
So were you there for like a speech of, hey, vote for me because of this?
Yes.
Did he mention the WHO treaty?
I don't think so.
So this little basic bitch is not mentioning the worst thing that is ever going to happen to this country.
I don't know if anybody
by
did.
Letting Trump did. Trump brought it up.
Okay.
He got glossed over it, but he did bring it up.
Okay. So there's a lot of booing.
I'm pretty sure. I watched the Libertarian feed on that, and it was hard to tell if they were booing or cheering.
It was both.
So I
we were doing
a little bit of both.
Yeah, it was both.
And then I heard the chants, and we'll get to Trump's because I dig what that guy did. Again, I'm apparently this time I'm voting for him because I'm not voting for the basic bitch.
I'm not voting for Trump. No fucking way.
Who are you going to vote for? Kennedy?
I'll just write in president.
Ron Paul?
Yeah,
write
Ron
me
Paul.
in. No, I'll write you if you write me. Actually, in Nevada, we can't do write-in, so.
Oh, well, I'll do Nota, or I don't know.
You're going to write on the computer screen.
I mean, I have to vote for myself, so I have to go, but, like, I don't want to, there's nobody that's running for president that I want to vote for.
So his view on abortions is not libertarian motivated. He believes in climate change.
Yeah.
Seriously? We
Of course
he believes in climate change?
Well, so, again, I'm not going to get into details
No,
on...
we'll dig deep later on this guy.
Yeah, like...
Gun rights? Oh, yeah, he's armed.
Yeah. He's good on gun rights. Yeah.
I'm pro-gun. Basic bitch. That's why I'm saying it. Oh, war on drugs. He wants to legalize marijuana. Wow, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Can we legalize marijuana, Chase? Really? I think that would be cool. I really hope you get that done in more than what's already done, you stupid ass. What about mushrooms? Some psychedelics?
Is that not on his list?
No, he just says legalize marijuana. Police reform, get rid of qualified immunity, which I'm actually okay on that one.
But his own vice president tried to use it.
Well,
I mean, holy fuck.
In his defense, and this will be the only time I defend this motherfucker, he didn't pick his VP. Well, I shouldn't say
yes, he
that.
did.
I think he did.
Yes, he did.
I think there was a manipulation.
That's how that happened. Because, like, remember,
okay.
I guess I didn't finish that story.
You're right.
But he was running for president. So he's not allowed to run for VP. The VP was supposed to be Clint Russell versus Larry Sharp. What happened to those guys? And by the way, Chase had his own personal preference for VP, which was a woman. I don't know her name. I guess.
Oh, it was a woman. Really shocker.
But he like fucked her in the well.
No, he didn't fuck her. He's gay.
He stabbed her in the back. Let's put it that way.
Well,
by switching.
Was she a birthed a woman or became a woman?
No, I think she was born a woman.
Okay, so he didn't fuck her. Okay.
No, he stabbed her in the back by making this deal with Mike Tremont is his name, the vice president guy. He said, "Look, if you tell your people to switch to me on the next round, I'll give you the vice president slot." I don't know how that works exactly because apparently the delegates still have to vote. So, like, why would the delegates choose to vote for him? I don't understand. But I have gone home already. So,
well, that's part of the fucking theory that they want all you guys to go home so they can vote without you guys, without Mises Caucus there.
Yeah,
so, Clint Russell. Dude, I apologize. I never heard of you before. I've heard your name, but I never really looked into you much. I didn't
either.
But no, but I looked at. He's got a podcast. Yeah. He's on a bunch of other podcasts. He said that someone told him that how do you word this? I don't want to mess this up, but Trump might be looking at him for the cabinet position.
Really?
This dude he's a finance guy. Out of San Diego. He left California because of Newsom. I don't know. I think he lives near D.C. I'm not stalking you, dude, because I don't really care. But he was saying that a lot of his supporters had to leave because they had to catch
Yeah.
their air.
Right.
They had to catch their plane.
Right.
Huh. So before the votes
But
went
there's
up,
no
a bunch
plan.
of people had to leave to get on the plane.
But it's not a plan. It's taking advantage of a situation.
It's a plan.
It's not a plan.
Don't tell Dave.
They're playing T-ball.
That was a plan.
They're playing T-ball, and
He
one team has
refuses
to win.
admit it, but that was a plan.
They're playing T-ball, and one team has to win. That's all it is.
People went after Chase Oliver. It's a weird name anyway. Chase Oliver. It's weird. It just, I don't know. They went up to Clint and said, "Hey, can you support this guy?"
Right.
He's like, "You really should look up his response. It was actually a very well thought out response." And basically, he said yes, but he had conditions.
Yeah.
And the conditions were he's going to have to listen to me.
Yeah.
We will be the most objective presidential or vice presidential candidate ever.
Yeah.
And then he said that's also why people, the moderates wouldn't vote for him because they
Right.
knew that he would be the
Well,
turn.
so, no,
he would be the turn the punch bowl.
Here's the thing. Chase can win my vote, okay? Now, do you remember, listen, just listen. In 2020, do you remember Jo Jorgensen? She did all the podcasts. She sounded great. And then she said, Black Lives Matter. Wear your mask. Get your vaccine. Remember that?
Yeah.
And I said, you know what? I'm not voting. I can't vote for this woman.
And Chase said the same thing.
So Chase said those things in the past. Mm-hmm. Now, if he comes out tomorrow and says, I was wrong, I fucked up, I shouldn't have, just lie to me, dude. Lie to me, okay? No, but that's not all he has to do, right? He also has to get rid of this fucking vice president guy. This guy's a fucking joke. He's a crooked cop.
He was voted in with Robert Rules of Order.
I don't give a fuck.
Assume.
Get rid of him. He's
Okay.
a crooked cop with an active fucking civil rights lawsuit running as a libertarian.
And is that his
Kick
real
him out.
Is that his real name?
I don't know.
Matt
Mike or Matt? I guess it is.
What is it?
I have no idea.
Okay, weird.
It sounds Dutch.
I didn't get a chance to look into him yet because I was so furious with Chase Oliver.
So Chase, if you want my vote, get him off the ticket, get this guy out, and change your fucking messaging, dude.
So
Fix it.
The same. So his vaccine, his personal vaccine decision was made by him and his doctor, and they said that the vaccine was the best thing for him. And then after the vaccine and after a few boosters, met with the same doctor, and they decided that boosters were no longer good for him. So you want this? He won't even come out and go, "Hey, I was wrong with the vaccine, the booster." But
that's what I'm asking for.
He blamed it. He had to bring a doctor into this. Well, my doctor said this, and my doctor said that.
But I'm saying,
dude, you made a mistake. You're fucked up. Stop supporting vaccines because you are.
That's what I'm saying. This is what he needs to do. If he wants my vote, you can, because November's a long way away. Okay,
I'll tell you what. When it
if
comes,
you see the error of your ways,
yeah,
and you're honest, and I can fucking tell, right? I'm a poker player.
no, okay,
Then you get my vote.
no. If he does that, I will readdress my comments. They probably won't be much nicer, but I will talk to him when he comes in to collect his $500. We'll talk, buddy. Come on, come on, Peach.
So speaking of Clint
Peach.
Russell, so before Vivek showed up, there was a debate between Clint Russell and Larry Sharp, who were the two VP frontrunners.
Yeah.
And now the Mises caucus backed Clint Russell, so I was going to vote for him in the real vote, but you were also supposed to do a straw poll vote on who you wanted to debate Vivek. Right? So you had to debate, and you said, okay, who wants... And Larry Sharp just fucking wiped the floor. Right? Like, he's really slick. He knows how to answer the questions properly. He didn't dodge any questions. He's fast on his feet. He stands up and walks to the crowd. And like Clint Russell was just like, oh man. And like he didn't explain his positions on anything. And it was just like lethargic.
Clint, this is Dave's opinion, not mine.
No. I told him. I actually told him this. I told him this at the convention.
I know he's all hidden from you right now, but he's the bald dude that was probably working crazy with you.
So I said, you know what? I'm gonna put Larry on the stage against Vivek because I think Larry will do a better job against Vivek. But Clint won out anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, and Clint wiped the fucking floor with Vivek.
Yeah,
it was amazing, dude. And Vivek's a great fucking
He's a
speaker.
good debater.
He's amazing.
He's a great. He's a master debater.
He is. He got one boo.
Sorry, Vivek. I'm not saying you're a master debater. A masturbator. You're a master debater.
He got one boo, and it's when he was stroking off Trump, right? So, but everything else Vivek said was just spot on. He gets what we're about. right? He knows what we're into. He knows how to work with us.
Yeah, no, I did.
And fucking like Clint Russell was like, yeah, but dude, you support Trump, and there was and the drug war. He fucking hit him hard in the drug war.
I believe Clint said he's going to vote for Trump now.
Maybe, I don't know.
I mean, what's he going to do? Vote for the basic bitch?
Well, don't vote. You don't have to vote, dude. Just stay home. Stay home.
No.
I stayed home most of my life.
No, I agree. Voting under protest is a great way to do this, but you can't just go, I'm not voting because I'm protesting,
Sure
and
can.
sit at home and be bonbons on your couch.
Sure you can.
Get off your ass, say something, get on social media. I don't
that's
care what you
bullshit.
do. Do something else besides voting. Get your word out, because, I mean, you're here doing this.
But anyway, like, it's on our Twitter. You can go find it if you want. I apologized to Clint. I'm like, dude, I voted for Larry because I thought he destroyed you.
Yeah.
But I'm glad I lost because you handled Vivek like a fucking rag doll.
Yeah.
I mean, like, he nailed him hard in the drug war. Vivek had no answer. He nailed him on supporting Trump. Vivek had no answer. What was the other one? There was another third one he had a huge fucking soundbite where he was like, now Republicans have been saying this for decades, right? You guys talk like Ron Paul, but you govern like John McCain. And it was just the crowd fucking jumped on their
Sir,
feet.
you are no.
It was amazing.
John I forgot the one debate thing with Quayle. Sir, you are no Jack Kennedy. Yeah, like that. So Clinton Russell, with the drug war.
Yeah.
He's like, you have to legalize marijuana.
No, he was saying
wait, he said more.
Legalize everything, basically.
Wait. I'm sorry. A libertarian should want to legalize marijuana.
Yeah.
But what did this crazy thing Clint Russell said that's against legalizing marijuana?
Basically legalize everything. So Vivek is kind of like let's legalize marijuana and psilocybin and other things that have medicinal use. But we keep fentanyl illegal, keep opium illegal, blah blah blah. And Clint Russell just wiped the floor with him. I mean, it's standard libertarian stuff.
I'm still confused. I'm just baffled. So we have a libertarian candidate who wants to legalize all drugs,
yes,
and not just marijuana.
Right.
Well, that's wacky. That's just wacky. A wacky world we're living in now. What? I mean, because even our presidential candidate only wants to legalize marijuana. Oh wait, he's a basic bitch. Sorry. Go ahead. Move on. Guys, seriously, I am trying to stop swearing so much, but when I saw what happened over the weekend, I'm like, well, it ain't gonna happen this week.
But let's get to Trump. So.
I gotta stop. Wait.
Now, on Saturday, the day you're complaining about, where we got not too much done. Like, we got the LNC elected on Saturday. We fucking clean swept, right? Mises Caucus kept control of the party. This is what's much more important than who the president is.
It is to the party. It is not to the public. I
understand, but the party,
we fucked up.
The public is fickle, dude. They'll be like, they're used to us being a joke, right? They're used to fucking naked fat guys. They're used to boot on the head, right? So like,
wait, if the boot on the head guy could go naked, I'm voting.
No, he's gone. He's a Democrat now. Fuck him. Get him out of here.
The boot on the head guy's now a Democrat.
He's a Democrat. Yeah. He's still running.
Joe Biden Democrat?
Yeah, no, he's just a jerk off.
Democrat.
I don't know. He's just a jerk off.
He wears a boot on his head.
I don't even want to talk about him. I got fucking lost. Oh, so Saturday we had to adjourn early on Saturday because that's when Trump was speaking.
Right.
So that's why we only got the LNC elections done, and everybody wanted to go see Trump. And what they told us, so Trump was speaking at 8:30.
Right.
And they told us at 5 o'clock, you better go now because Secret Service is going to, scan everybody and blah, blah, blah. And by the way, when I went through, I went like this, like, said, go ahead, scan me.
Yeah.
And they were actually very polite. They respected one of my rights, which is my First Amendment right, while violating some of the others.
Wait, sorry, I got to jump on this one, sorry. I believe it was Dan Bongino who said that he had talked to some Secret Service agents. I believe it was him. I could be wrong. Said the Secret Service said that was the craziest event they've ever been at.
I believe it.
Because they typically go to pro-Trump events.
Yeah.
This was not a pro-Trump event, even though the dude fucking trolled you guys live and in person.
Well, so
we'll get to that.
RFK trolled Trump. Do you know this?
He didn't even show up. He's
no.
Video chat.
No. He handed out squeaky rubber chickens to everybody and said, bring them into the Trump debate. And Secret Service was confiscating them. But they still got like 100 through. So everybody was like squeaky, like chicken, your two chickens.
Wait. So Secret Service was collecting the rubber chickens, but some got through.
Yeah, a lot of them got through. I think most of them got through.
Did they shove them up their ass?
I
just say yes because a cock up the ass. Wait, sorry, cock up the ass. We're no longer the porcupine. We are the cock up the ass. That is our. Is that even it's not an animal, but what is that?
I mean, Chase Oliver is gay.
I know, cock up the ass. That's our new. We're no longer porcupine.
All right, so we're all walking over there, and the lines are long and whatever, and we got through fairly smoothly, and then we get into the hall. And all these fucking Trump tards were in all the seats.
Yeah, I heard about this.
Now, like, if you go on Laura Loomer, right, she's like, "Oh, the libertarians kicked out Trump people from their seats." Like, no, bitch. This is our convention.
I like
those
Laura
were
Loomer.
our seats.
Yeah.
They had reserved signs on them, and your people tore those signs off and took our seats. So fuck you. And again, this is another massive
fuck you
win.
for banning seats, man. A seat can be anybody's seat.
Yeah, okay.
It's a free society.
It's private property.
No. Oh,
private property.
So sorry. I got to break it. I believe I was listening to Clinton Russell on another podcast, and they brought up private roads.
Yeah.
This is the debate Dave and I have argued with Charles forever. And the first time Clinton Russell goes, well, they're just going to charge you $1,000 to use the road. And I'm like, yes! Which is my whole argument that these two fucking retards can't understand. But now,
no one will drive on the road, and you'll go broke. Okay. So, where was I? So this is another massive win for Angela, right? She's the chairperson of the Libertarian Party, right? Who the fuck are you? You're some nobody. She got all these idiots to move out of the seats and give the seats to the delegates who belong there. Right. And I was fucking front and center.
No shit.
Yes, I could see everything like 20 feet away. Now, I didn't actually get a chair, which is a funny story, because like there was like an empty row-ish area.
Okay.
And like I was helping them move things, and they're like, "Oh, we'll bring you a chair," and they just never brought me a chair. So like I sat on the ground, but I was right fucking there. Like I like Trump could see me booing his ass. It was great.
You were booing him?
When he said something stupid.
No, he was trolling you guys. And I loved it, though.
No, even before that, he was saying stupid shit.
I am a libertarian. I'm not a libertarian. I'm just going to get that out there now. And Tucker Carlson has the best story about the Libertarian Convention, and he basically says, I may have said this before or not, that you can see somebody in a three-piece suit and see somebody wearing a potato sack.
Yep.
And everything in the middle. That's why I love the Libertarian Party, not the Libertarian Party, which it is apparently now. That's why I dig the Libertarian Party for, because we are crazy and we love it.
There was, before we talk about what Trump said, there was a guy, one of these potato sack people. He's from California. He calls himself Star Child. I don't know his real name. But he walks around in like fairy costumes and thongs, and it's just fucking stupid. And he's a fucking idiot. And he's got severe TDS, okay? So he's at the Trump speech, and he's next to Travis. So Travis is here the whole time, sees everything. He didn't fucking get it on his phone, dumbass. I told him, like, why didn't you record it? He's like, oh, I hit the wrong button.
No, he was Travis was attracted to him.
Yeah, okay.
And got missed. Sorry, Travis.
So this guy's just going nuts, right? He won't shut the fuck up. He brought in a banner. I don't know how he got it in, but it was way too big because they have an allowed size.
Yeah.
And it's like this massive banner. And like he's blocking people's view. He's jumping on chairs. He's like screaming in people's ears. Just a general fucking nuisance.
Please tell me when he was jumping on chairs, he was flapping his hands.
No, he was holding this banner. So kind of.
Oh, I thought it was the fairy thing.
No.
Oh,
but so security had warned him several times. You got to knock this off. Right, you're gonna be removed if you don't stop. Well, he didn't stop, and they took his ass out. There's a video, like there's videos all over YouTube and Twitter. Like the problem is the video only sees them yanking him. They don't show him what he was doing.
Of course.
So Trump people attack trans person. He's not trans. He's just a fucking freak. He's a guy, and he thinks he's a guy, but he's a freak. But the funniest part, so the way they told you were a delegate was on your lanyard, you had a little button that said delegate.
Okay.
Now, when they took his ass out, that button disappeared. So he's not a delegate anymore.
Oh.
And he came in the Sunday to walk on the microphone and try and get his delegate pin, like get a replacement. And everybody shouted his ass off, like, get the fuck out, you're not a delegate, you don't get to speak. Because if you're not a delegate, you can't get the mic.
So it's all about the button.
Yes.
Wow.
And they said, no, you're responsible for you were told this when you handed out. You're responsible for your delegate credentials. Get off the floor. And so, like, California lost this idiot from their delegation. It was hilarious.
I'm sure it's the only idiot California had on their delegates, too.
Actually, they're a very big state.
I know. I shit on California a lot just because they're, like, right there. And they're not. I mean, I got friends and family there.
So, onto the Trump speech. It was fucking canned. Like, it was terrible.
Really?
Yeah, like, it was obviously somebody else wrote it.
Well, I mean, half the speech was him reading an article somebody else wrote.
Yes.
Because it sounded like he was speaking in third person,
yes,
which I despise. And then I realized, oh, no, he's actually reciting a speech.
Yeah, it was, I mean, like...
But seriously...
I get that, like, we're not important, but...
Well, no,
I mean, put some effort in.
When he goes, hey, if you guys want to back a winner, support me. If not, get your 3%.
Yeah, so that's when we really started booing for real. When he said, the Libertarian Party should elect Donald Trump to president candidate.
Pretty good.
And like we were all booing the fuck out of him. Because like, dude, you're not here to be on our ticket.
You're missing the biggest part of that. You had a Republican presidential candidate, ex-president, come to the Libertarian Convention and fuck with you guys.
It was funny.
Can you imagine George Bush up there?
He wouldn't be able to handle it. Like Trump's the only guy that could handle something like that.
I know,
yeah.
And you guys should respect him for that.
Of course.
Because he did not. Because I'm watching it online. I'm like, I'm going to check this out, you know. And he started out mild, and he hit some high points with the Libertarian parties, and then he shit on. I'm just like, oh my God, I love this.
Just vote for me, but only if you want to win. Otherwise, you have your 3%.
He's in the unfriendly confines, and he's shit posted. You have to give that man respect for that.
Before he started speaking, some dumb fuck said, you deserve a bullet. Did you see this?
Oh, no.
Dude, and he was like, I couldn't see him, but he was like a couple people away from me. And like I said, shut the fuck up, idiot. Like, dude,
yeah, don't
obviously Trump's a dickhead, and he committed war crimes and all this and that, but like, you don't say, we're libertarians, we believe in the non-aggression principle. You don't say, oh, you should get the bullet. Come on, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, that's not right. I mean, because he did show up.
Right.
I mean, that was historical.
Right.
And I was proud of my Libertarian Party when I heard they were doing that, because we should be open to all. And this is my problem. We missed so much of an opportunity here, because every time the media has spoke about libertarians, they find the drunkest, stupidest, fucking potato sack wearing guy they can, and they talk to him on camera, and he's like, "Yeah, man, free love, give me drugs." And that's what people think the libertarians are. No, we're actually crazy fucknuts, okay? That's what we are. We're nuts. Some of us are conspiracy theorists. We're not sane. We're not going to, but still, we're good Americans. And we took this opportunity to actually have a positive spin in the media.
Yeah.
Hey, because guess what? The media was forced to say the word libertarian.
Right.
And in a positive manner.
Right.
And
so that's why I'm saying, like, we won regardless of what Chase happened.
No, we did. We lost.
We won.
We lost.
We 100% won.
Because we go...
It was a squeak. It was just a fucking nail biter. 1 point difference, but we won.
No. So, CNN. Hey, so Trump was at the Libertarian Convention. And he got booed a lot, and he spoke some, he shitposted. But then they elected a fucking left-winger. So they apparently don't believe what they preach. They think that vaccine mandates are good.
Dude, they're not even reporting that. They don't give a fuck. All that the CNN wrote about is Trump.
And they booed. I know,
they didn't write about Chase Oliver. Nobody even fucking knows.
But we had a chance to further that agenda. And we elected a basic...
You know what would have fixed this? Ranked choice voting. 100%.
Voting for the peach or vote for the banana?
Yeah.
That was at our convention. Yeah. That dude showed up.
Listen.
He explained ranked choice voting with fruit.
It was ridiculous. That guy was an idiot.
He totally discriminated against bananas.
I thought it was kiwi.
I will not be a part of discriminating against bananas.
No, so think about it. Runoff voting and ranked choice voting are mathematically very similar.
Yeah.
But the difference is, with ranked choice, you make all your choices at the same time.
I don't have a problem with ranked choice if it's controlled.
Well, okay, but now you're saying they delayed, right? Well, you can't delay ranked choice. You fill out your form and you're in.
They didn't delay the vote.
You can't delay that.
They delayed when it was open forum and they had a right to talk. They were all going up.
But it wouldn't matter if you were ranked choice voting.
Can you explain to me, are birds real? Because I saw a van that said birds weren't real.
Okay, but
now I don't know.
That wouldn't matter if you were doing ranked choice voting.
And then the next guy comes up. Can you explain the spaghetti god to me? Because I'm confused.
That wouldn't matter if you were doing ranked choice voting. It wouldn't matter.
It's the question and answer part. The Robert Rules of Order allows you to control the public comments.
But it wouldn't fucking matter if you ranked choice voted. You can't delay the votes. You can't wait, make me go catch my flights.
Okay.
Because the ballot's done. Here it is. My ballot is handed in. I don't give a fuck how long you take.
But you can delay the time before the vote happens.
That's not going to work.
That's what they
That's not going to work.
Did.
No, it's not what they did.
The vote
no, it's
happened
not.
30
no, it's
hours
not.
after it was
Dude,
planned.
You don't even know what you're talking about.
30 hours passed.
They delayed in between the votes.
Went to
they
sleep.
They delayed in
slept,
between the votes.
Woke up,
Dude,
and
you're not
voted.
even fucking listening. They delayed in between the votes.
Yes. Okay.
You can't do that in ranked choice voting. There's only one fucking vote. That's what you're not getting.
But yet it was so okay. So we don't do ranked choice.
No, we do runoffs.
Okay.
That's why they had fucking 7 rounds.
I'm not against ranked choice voting. I said that because I don't discriminate
and the other
against bananas.
thing you can't do with ranked choice is you can't make backroom fucking deals on the last round.
Yeah.
Right? You rank your shit and you're done. It's not, it's the last round, I'll give my vote to Chase.
So ranked choice voting would have had one vote and it would have ended after that.
Yes.
Again, I'm not against it. But all I'm saying is the people that wanted the basic bitch to get elected, they ran a plan, a scam, and they did it.
No.
They cheated through
They didn't run
manipulation.
a plan.
And
there was no
what they
plan.
Did. You don't like
they
it,
saw an
me.
advantage and they took it. It's that fucking simple.
They came with it with a plan.
No, they didn't, dude.
They were a man with a plan.
They're fucking stupid. Stupid people can't make plans. Stupid people cannot make plans. That's what makes them stupid. Have you ever talked to a stupid person in your life?
Can you make a plan?
Huh?
Can you make a plan?
Of course.
So you're not stupid?
Correct.
Okay.
Sure, that's not necessarily follows. But, dude, they're fucking stupid. I mean, there's no brain power whatsoever. It's all reaction, right? Something happens, we react. Then they react. Then we react. And that's the whole fucking convention. And
I say they had a plan.
And that's all I'm going to say about that on that subject at the moment.
So all I can say is this. We're now the Libertarian Party. Hopefully in 2 years with the freaking votes, or maybe in 4 years we can actually get a presidential candidate that we actually support and agree with. Because the last 2 ones, we picked what was popular. 4 years ago, women are the movement. Women are. Guys, I'm not disrespecting women. I'm not, because I got a wife who will whoop my ass in a second if I disrespect women. But we saw the women was a soup du jour, the flavor of the day. So we put a woman in, and she was not a good candidate. And this year, we must have sat down and said, well, where are the voters at? Well, they're not going to vote for the spaghetti brain guy in office now. So let's pick the biggest liberal Democrat that we can find, and hopefully he'll be gay, because we'll check that box too. And hopefully this gay guy will be happy with Drag Time Story Hour, where the guy exposes his dick to a bunch of kids in a library. Hopefully he'll support that as well. And with that, we'll move forward in the election. And the Biden supporters are not going to elect the spaghetti brain again. So they're going to come to the gay guy who's a basic bitch who wants drag queens to show their dick to kids.
There's just no plan. You are ascribing.
There was a plan.
You are ascribing complex thoughts to monkeys.
So
they're fucking monkeys. They literally have the intelligence of monkeys. I'm not joking. I'm not exaggerating.
They took over the Libertarian Convention and elected the biggest leftist person ever.
You are watching a T-ball game and ascribing motives to the 4-year-olds. They are just doing random things. And one team has to win.
I don't believe in coincidences, and this could not have happened that way. This was a plan.
This event has convinced me more than anything that you're wrong about everything.
Oh, I'm wrong about everything.
Everything. Because the whole fucking world is run by these people who have no plan and just stumble through everything, and just random fucking shit happens. And if anybody ever came in with a real plan, they would fuck shit up amazingly.
So 4 years ago, when they were running for office, there was a plan to get Joe Biden elected, and it worked.
No, there wasn't.
There was a plan.
No, there wasn't. The certain areas of cheating might have been planned.
Certain areas of mass cheating, yes.
But the whole event itself is just random idiots stumbling around.
The Democrats have a great plan, and it works.
No, they don't.
They were doing it yesterday.
What?
They were doing it yesterday.
What?
They do it every year. They take what they do, and they say Republicans are doing it, and the dumb masses who watch
That's
CNN.
not a plan.
No, Jill Biden yesterday. I will not call her a doctor because if I pass out and she can't give me CPR to bring me back to life, she's not a doctor.
It's just random idiots stumbling in the dark, and somebody has to win.
No. She goes, "Oh, you can't vote for Trump. He can't finish a sentence, and he's out of his mind, and he can't talk appropriately." So what she did is she looked at her husband and figured out exactly his negatives, and then just said it about Trump.
But it's not a plan.
But they've done that for every election.
That's not a plan.
Black Lives Matter used to come out every presidential election.
If you had a plan, that would not have.
Okay.
Would be what you do.
So today, guess what the word of the day was today on the news media?
Guilty.
Sad. No.
Guilty.
Before. Okay. Let's talk about this. Biden picked TV time for today. So he's gonna go out there and stumble out some words and try to actually formulate a word or two without pooping his pants. By the way, the Monero dollar for him pooping his pants is still hanging out there. Watch tonight, you might catch it.
No, that expires after a week.
Oh, come on. So he scheduled TV time. He did say for tonight or whenever the verdict comes in. And the mainstream media today used the word sad, but actually one guy, he used a different word. That wasn't melancholy. It was another word for sad. Yeah. And they're just, because they're already setting the stage for, you're a jury, you're a denier of the jury verdict. You're a verdict denier. That's what they're setting up. What now, in the next week, so between now and next week, if they go after us for denying verdicts, you're telling me that's not a plan?
No, it's not a plan. It's not a plan. They just react. So all they do is react.
So
they're monkeys.
50 news commentators today.
Monkeys.
Over 50 news commentators today.
They're monkeys.
Said, it's a sad day in America.
They're monkeys.
When
they
the
have
ex-president, right?
But that doesn't mean there's a plan.
Oh wait,
one guy writes the script. He makes 50 copies, and the monkeys say the script. It's not a fucking plan.
So,
dude, I don't know how. Until you get into a competitive environment and then watch what these people do.
Yeah.
You will never get it.
So you say the word script, and 50 people regurgitated that script today.
Yeah.
So could you say that 50 people planned something today?
No.
So you're using the word script, and I'm using the word plan.
Script means it's typed down on a piece of paper.
So if you
Why wasn't this script written 2 fucking weeks ago? Because nobody planned.
If you and I wanted... Okay, we have our Libertarian meeting tomorrow.
No, we don't.
We don't.
Next week.
It wasn't last week.
I know. They changed it because of the convention.
They did it so I would lose count and not show up anymore.
Yeah. Well.
Okay, so if we make a plan to do a massive attack on someone at that meeting, and we'd write it down in a script form, still not a plan?
I mean, if you just say we're going to attack Travis, that's not a plan.
Well, no.
A plan is Ron guards the door, Dave waits for Travis to go to the bathroom, then Dave gives the signal, then everybody runs into the bathroom and beats the shit out of Travis. That's a plan, right? You have your delegated tasks.
Why is Travis our little ragdoll here?
Why not? Exactly. So that's a plan, right? You delegate tasks, each member of the team executes his task, and the plan comes together, and you win the game.
So what if our plan was to humiliate Travis? Sorry, Travis, but we're going down this road already. And we write out a script for you and I to say, to make fun of his haircut, maybe make fun of his shoes, to just mock him. Wouldn't that still be a script?
Yeah, but we're writing that now, right?
Right, we can write right now.
Yeah, that's a plan.
Okay, so
if you go there, if we have the day of, and we say, hey, let's make fun of Travis, That's not a plan. And if we write down, here's 3 insults to give to Travis, that's not a plan.
What if we get
that's reacting
48 other people to say the same thing, and we all show up?
I mean, that's just the amount of how much money you have. That's not related. Doesn't matter how many people it is.
I mean, they're only regurgitating stuff the millionaires are telling them to say.
Yeah.
I get that.
It's not a plan.
I'm on board with that.
It's not a plan.
But they're being told what to say.
No
that is the plan.
They're just fucking reacting like monkeys.
They're
all
planning.
monkeys.
There's plans.
It's monkeys all the way.
There's plans everywhere. There's plans all over the place.
Yes, there's some people making plans, but guess what? They don't have a team. They have monkeys. Okay? Like that, you're not understanding.
No,
I mean,
I do.
The T-ball teams have a coach, right?
Yeah.
And the coach says, catch the ball, throw it to first. But the kids are still going to do whatever the fuck they do because they're stupid little kids.
But still, but it worked.
No, it didn't work. Some team has to win. One team always has to win.
So, okay, hold on. So the majority of our board in the Libertarian got, the Mises Caucus won the majority of the board. But the Mises Caucus did not win the presidential candidate. Why is that? That sounds like a voting problem to me.
Not necessarily. So there's a tendency when you're electing like chair people to vote for the incumbent. Okay, like
not with libertarians.
Yes, there is. With the neutral people, absolutely. They say, okay, now this is actually something
so they're neutral bitches then.
Well, no, this is something we succeeded really hard on. Right before the convention, we were pushing really hard. Right, Trump's coming. This is going to be huge. We're going to have eyeballs on libertarians.
Yes.
Right. This is the narrative that we pushed. This was a plan. Right.
Okay.
And enough neutrals said, you know what? I like that. I'm going to keep Angela. I think Angela's doing a good job. That's why we won that. Because we fucking executed the plan to completion. We got Trump. We got him to say free Ross. We got Vivek. We got RFK.
No, I get
fucking nothing but success all the way down. You cannot look at Angela and say she's a failure. How can you lose, right? Now when you're talking about presidents, right? These guys, every single guy on the stage was a nobody for the most part. Right? Nobody ever heard of Michael Wechtenwald. Okay. Nobody ever heard of Chase Oliver. Nobody ever heard of Mike Termott or Lars Bapstad. Nobody heard of these people. So it's not like, oh, Angela is Mises Caucus, so I'm going to vote for Mises Caucus. That's not how the neutral people think.
Okay.
They just think who debated well. And by the way, Michael Wechtenwald had a big fuck up after Trump.
Is he the one that took edibles?
Yes. Now, he didn't know he was going to go talk, so that's why he took one. Because he's like, well, I'm done for the day. I'm going to go relax. And they're like, oh, hey, Mike, you got to come up on stage and talk to the press.
I heard that
and like
story.
he was just like totally loopy and fucking, and he walked off the stage and just like left.
I heard he walked out and he walked past the mic and stood there looking at the audience, thinking that someone else was going to walk out when he realized that he had to start talking.
No, so that lost a lot of people. I mean, like if that didn't happen, I think we would have taken it. There were just so many little things that had to come together for that to happen. And like neutrals don't vote on a caucus line like the Mises people do or the anti-Mises people do, right? So the neutrals are just voting what they feel. So it makes perfect sense why we swept the convention but not the president.
So if you're a Libertarian convention and you're a delegate and you're going to vote, and I just Googled Chase Oliver, which is weird because when I first Googled him on Monday morning when I woke up and I was madder than hell, one of the first pictures I saw was him wearing a mask.
Yeah, I'm sure they're scrubbing that shit.
Yeah,
I'm sure they're scrubbing real hard.
So, but they didn't scrub it until after the election. So, if you're a libertarian, you're like, well, I don't know who these people are. Chase Oliver,
right?
The fuck's he wearing a mask for?
Yeah,
and they still voted for him. Yeah, I did this.
Trump has mask pictures
as president, though, and he's a Republican.
So he wore a mask.
Republicans were scared too. Libertarians were not scared, and we took that virus on.
Some of them were.
Well, yeah, but still.
But you don't need to have fucking crazy conspiracy shit to explain why we swept the LNC but not the presidency. Because neutrals just don't vote on caucus lines.
But they're not going to vote for this basic bitch.
Okay, none of that shit came up.
Oh, you had phones there, right? Was the internet blocked? No.
Listen to me. Actually, they did work pretty hard to block the internet and force us onto their stupid Wi-Fi, but everybody was connected. All of these tweets, all of these photos, everything you saw came out after the convention. Every single one of them. So this is another fucking.
You could have done a little bit of fucking research.
Hey,
I know you. I'm just saying the royal you, the fucking idiots that voted for this guy. That's why they had a plan.
They didn't plan for us to not do the research. That makes no sense. We didn't do it. We fucked up. How can they plan for us to fuck up like that? They just reacted.
Let's go to the Libertarian Convention with a...
Okay, stop talking right now because we're in public and the assholes are listening to our podcast.
Oh, God.
And we're not going to give them any hints or ideas.
Okay, but assholes, get Chase Oliver in this chair next to me, please. So my question is the word ungovernable. I kind of dug that with Trump being right there.
That's great.
Can we still use that word?
Why not?
Because we're governable now.
No, we're not.
The head of our party is governable.
No, well, he can be. I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
He's not governing me.
He's the one that I have to rely on to help me get vote. I do, because he's down ballot.
So what? Say he's a fuckhead. I don't believe anything you say. He's not a libertarian. You can say that. You can say anything you want.
He's not libertarian, but the libertarians elected him at the Libertarian Convention.
Well, explain. If you want to, you can explain all this shit. But you can say, well, that's not how the president's elected, or whatever. Make some stupid shit up. I don't care.
I'm not going to lie and say, well, the libertarians got duped, and they elected the most leftist guy, the most leftist libertarian ever.
Say a corrupt cop who was also on the ballot made a backroom deal with him, and they colluded to get votes together. So say that.
So you literally want me to knock on someone's door and sound like a libertarian?
Only if they ask you that.
You gotta understand, man.
Only if they ask.
There was this ex-cop, and there was this gay guy.
Only if
the gay guy likes mandates. No, not dating men. I'm sure he likes to date men, but that's not what I'm talking about, man. He likes being told what to do by the government. He's the sub, and the government's the master. He gets whipped by the government, man. He does. I've seen the pictures of the ass with the whip marks on the back of it. Man, so we don't like him. And the vice president candidate, well, we don't like him either. But vote for me, because I'm Ron Morgan. I'm running for Assembly District 5. How you doing? What the hell am I supposed to do?
Dude, no one's going to even ask. Just talk about what you believe in, what you're going to do for Nevada. No one gives a fuck. They're not going to... If they do, they're going to go Google it later, and then what you have nothing to do.
Chase Oliver is going okay, let's Google Chase Oliver. Why would
they Google Chase Oliver? They would Google Libertarian.
Okay, that's right. It's Google Libertarian.
Come on, browser.
So some guy knocked on my door as a libertarian. He seemed kind of cool. Let's find out what the Libertarian Party is about. Let me go to images. Oh, we have Porcupine. Oh, actually, Chase Oliver did not come up in the first search.
Yeah, it's not going to be...
Well, he's got...
No, there's the gay Gadsden flag.
Wait, what? The gay striped.
With the rainbow.
Yeah. So they were... Yeah, it's... although I did like this picture, and then you posted a meme about this, about Trump being by the word ungovernable.
Yeah.
Maybe I should have said unconvictable, because he's obviously convictable too. Oh man, I don't know.
It's not as bad as you think. Trust me, it's not as bad as you think. It's not. It's just not. And the other thing is, don't get emotional, okay? Like a lot of people, yes, you.
Me emotional?
A lot of the people in the Mises Caucus chat were all fucking upset and emotional and saying stupid shit. Like, dude, move on. Like, you take your beats and you move on.
Okay, so let me ask you this question then. We typically get around 3% of the vote in the presidential nomination, right? I mean, it's a shitty number. It's low, but that's a number.
Kinda.
I mean, okay, let's say 4%. Say 5. You want to say 4 or 5%? What do
I don't think we've ever gotten that.
Okay, so 3%. Let's stick with Trump's number.
Okay.
Because if we want more, or if we want to vote back a winner, our dudes vote for him. But with the basic bitch not being a whole number, he's not going to get 1%.
Yeah, of course not.
Okay, so my question to you is, how many more election cycles, presidential election cycles, do we have? So every 4 years, do we have to go through until we get back to 3%?
Well, like, again, this is things I don't want to discuss on the podcast.
No, this is not speculation.
Trust me.
No, we're not.
Dude, okay, listen to me. Just be quiet for a second.
Okay, that's fine. I'll back off.
Our enemies are listening to this podcast. So shut the fuck up and stop.
No one's listening to this podcast.
Stop giving them help, okay? Just shut the fuck up.
How am I helping them?
Trust me. Just shut up.
Okay, that's fine.
Just shut up. End it.
It'll be 4 or 5 election cycles before we
Just
get
drop
back to
your
3%.
emotions. Quit being a little bitch. right?
I am not.
You're being a little bitch.
Hey, but I'm not basic.
Okay, but you're still being a little bitch.
No,
just grow up.
I'm pissed. This is ridiculous.
It doesn't matter. Move on.
Move on.
If
If you got some hidden plan that's not a script,
move on.
Good for you.
Move on.
Okay, so we'll take your script and we'll move forward with it. All right. We blow past that.
Yeah, I think we should
already.
just skip the.
I got nothing on
I
anything.
didn't really plan a whole lot. I do want to talk about some Well, I had a bunch of topics. The one I kind of wanted to go over was Tails operating system and Unix. These are operating systems that are on the dark web by default.
Okay.
So that you can't get on the normal internet. You must go through the dark web. But we can get to that next week.
Yeah, because I mean, I've got some stuff I could talk about with survival stuff, but honestly, my whole planning of this podcast was all about
this was a big
little basic bitch we
week.
just fucking
And plus we skipped a week, so we had a lot to cover.
Yeah, so and I did want to bring up Trump and the other stuff I would have talked about is it's very possible that Russia might be attacking a NATO country because they blew up the airfields in Ukraine that can only launch this particular fighter jet. And now they want to launch fighter jets out of another country. And Putin goes, I'll take those runways out too. So, like Tucker Carlson said a couple months ago, that it looks like Russia is going to be the war that's going to stop the election. So that's Tucker Carlson's view. I have my own view.
They stopped the Ukraine elections. Did you see?
Yeah. Well, what if it stops the American
the election was, or the change of power was supposed to be 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, he went to bed as president, woke up as a dictator.
Yep.
And it's very possible Joe Biden or whoever is actually running the country will be doing that in November. Well, actually, I guess that would be January. Because
but Chase Oliver's going to come in and sweep all 50 states.
He's going to come in with his rainbow. Oh, I'm not going to get into that shit. But actually, Biden might put him on his cabinet. Actually.
Oh, there you go.
Well, I mean, he likes the trans people on his cabinet, the gay people. Yeah. So just keep an eye on
Secretary of Trans Kids.
Wait, did you see? Was it Blinken? He was in Ukraine because I have an issue with the videos coming out of Ukraine, right? Of the bars.
Oh yeah,
because they're all partying, having a good time, but yet we're saying that it's really bad over there.
Right.
Yeah. So Blinken, I believe it was in Ukraine on stage at a bar with a guitar, and you can Google this. The video's online, singing "Rocking in a Free World." and mind you, he wasn't doing it well.
Yeah.
I don't even know what he was doing, but he was in a bar in Ukraine, bending the strings on a guitar and singing a song. What? I mean, American, hey, Gen Zers, you are our draftable people. Germany's already said that they don't consider gender in their drafts. So if America does that, men and women of America, the Gen Zers, have fun in where the fuck they're going to send you. Vote. Important. Read about what you vote. I mean, that's pretty much. We'll talk. I'll get a little bit more into that next week. I still want to talk about California, the minimum wage law that they've completely screwed up. They've actually had passed regulations to fix it. Oops. And they're doing it even worse because that's what the government does. Thank you for listening. If you made it through this entire podcast. I'm burning up hot in my hot garage in Las Vegas, so my swamp cooler did not cool it down enough, so I got to figure that out as well. So thanks for listening, and have a good night.
See ya.
Thank you for joining us at the Canary in the Cage podcast.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share us to help build the community.
You can find us at Odyssey, Rumble, YouTube, or your favorite podcast app. And even on the dark web at I2P.
Thanks for listening and see you next time.